hosts, Bob Katie,
and John Piccirillo.
Welcome to Bob and John's Quick Shots. What's happening, brother?
Welcome aboard, folks.
There it is.
I was going to insist on the number, but I think we leave it out for various reasons.
Yeah, we usually like to have a couple quick shots in the
In the old can?
in the young can, in the old can.
I got to get this going.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
Or as you like to say, in the back pocket.
Yeah.
Have one in the back
my
pocket.
first beer of the day. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last, well, we know this one's going up this Thursday. So last week's quick shot, we didn't know if it was going to go, what was going to happen, but it was good. It was good that we had it because I was under the weather and.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Now I know why it was so weird when we came down here. It felt forever.
We hadn't done one in a couple of weeks because we had some backups.
You
We
get
had some
used
in
to
the
doing
cans.
two in a week. Then all of a sudden you don't go a week.
Which is all right though because we've been on crunch time here at the.
It is crunch time.
Yeah, at the not in the studio, but
Homebrew Studios Castle.
yeah, getting it ready for selling. We're in the crunch time.
Final stages. Everybody,
Yeah, we're
I
in
wonder,
crunch time.
Long-time listeners might be wondering why it took so long, but there was quite a bit of stuff to be done around here.
4,200 square feet. That takes a long time.
It's a lot of space.
Almost 9 acres almost 10 acres of land. That takes a lot of doings.
And keeping it warm in the winter absorbs a lot of our time.
Well, when you the thing is when you also have regular life going on.
That's true. Son of a bitch, I got to still work.
Yeah, well, everybody. It's not like everybody just said, you know what, we're going to close our lives down and if we could do that, we would have been done in like 6 months.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
But that wasn't going to happen.
But
we have things like podcasts to do
and band practice.
Yes,
and gigs,
which we worked really hard on both.
Yeah,
to get done.
We're still doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
And we were going to mention some new listens.
Yeah. Well, one in particular, usually we get some foreign countries that kind of do what we call the little
check in.
How you doing? What are you up to? How you doing?
Take a look.
That type of thing. Like once in a while you get like a United Kingdom or a Germany. But we've had 12 from France. So somebody must be listening in France, which we say thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
If I knew some French, I'd throw it at you.
Parlez-vous
français?
You got that one?
Oui?
I have one written down. I can't seem to make it stick in my brain, but it's a coworker.
Uh-huh.
He was a trainee intern, and he studied French. So he knew a couple funny words, and one was, I like to cut the cheese. And I know the end is formaggio, but I forget about the front part. I got it written down because it's a funny phrase, and it's fun to say. But
Formaggio.
yeah, we were talking today about the advantages of some of these other countries. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah,
checking
it
out
was
France.
I was...
Oh, and I particularly am excited that we're going a little more global.
Yeah,
It's
always good.
It feels good that all around somehow people are getting the word, so that's good.
Yeah. I was watching, I'm a frequent watcher on HBO Real Time with Bill Maher and the show after that, Vice. But on Bill Maher, this week they had Michael Moore. I was going to say Roger Moore, but he's James Bond.
That's right.
Michael Moore.
Who's done a bunch of great documentaries.
Yeah, he's done a bunch of documentaries. I know everybody, he's the leftist and everything else, whatever. You know what? He just sheds a light on the truth, and sometimes the truth just is hard to bite, that we suck.
Well, it used to be, his first one was, because he's Canadian.
No, he's not.
I thought he was.
No, he's from Flint, Michigan.
Oh. Well, I thought he did a documentary about Canada in comparison to the United States.
No, he did Fahrenheit 9/11. Then he did Bowling for Columbine.
Yeah.
And then he did, I can't remember the name of the one he did about health insurance. Maybe you got that. Maybe that's the one you saw part of because Canada was involved in that documentary.
Yeah, it's probably where I.
This one's called "What Are We Going to Invade Next?" And it's about going to a bunch of different countries. And as he puts it, he always does it kind of satirically and tries to be funny, but yet get his point across about what countries am I going to go invade, but take the best thing from that country so that he can take it back to the U.S. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That would be great for the U.S. to implement. And I don't remember them all because he went to a lot of them, but there was a lot that, he took I know Italy was more workplace. It was people get 8 weeks paid vacation. Mm-hmm. They get what they call a 13th month for pay, which means they basically get a free month of pay in December on top of their December pay.
There's a lot of countries that treat their people much nicer.
Yeah, this country sucks when it comes to this shit. You know what? I don't want to say this country sucks because I don't think this country sucks, but this country is broken severely. It's severely broken. We're falling behind and just the one thing he brought up with Italy was there's two countries that don't have legally, where you don't have it on the books that you legally get vacation time.
All right.
And that is Papua New Guinea, which is one of the poorest nations in the world, mm-hmm. and the United States. Mm. So
great.
Yeah. I mean, it really just you go, or the things he went around in the different countries he saw, it was really distressing on how we fail and we're so broken. I don't remember if it was Finland or something. I can't remember. Damn it!
You should have taken notes.
Well, I didn't think I was going to be talking about on this, but I am. But the education system is kids only go to school 3 or 4 hours a day.
Yeah, that's trouble though. What do the parents do? I mean, you got to find alternative ways to care for the children. I think that's what happened in the United States.
But
we got to be at work anyway. They might as well be doing something.
But in a lot of these countries, free health care also includes free daycare, or nearly free daycare.
It's not free here.
No.
Matter of fact, our company provides daycare. I would have had that option had I not been living in New York State, because New York State doesn't allow a child facility to be on the same property as an industrial facility. Child labor laws of some sort.
Yeah,
where in Michigan it's okay. They have one right on site.
Yeah.
So again, we were talking about
it's language.
We talk about countries. We got significant differences from state to state.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah, but not so huge. We do with these countries.
We were talking. No, I know, but we were talking about Texas.
Yeah.
Jiminy Christmas. They're polar opposite of the rest of the direction things are going.
It's south. It's southern. You know what I mean?
They have always said they're their own country. They want to be. They should just let them.
See ya. I got no problem with it. Whatever.
They hated it. Apparently, Obama passed that law secretively at night. Well, none of the congressmen knew, and it made me laugh because that's the way Congress has been working. They do things in the middle of the night.
Because it's all a shit show, man.
Yeah,
it's all
a big
bullshit
shit show, and it's got to be straightened out. But like I told you today,
right.
If we had the answer, we could do something about it. We don't have the answer. As a matter of fact,
No.
I think that's the problem: is nobody has the answer. The only people running the country, and it's getting worse, is people like Donald Trump, who've got all the money to back up a whole campaign.
Yeah.
With nobody's help. all you need is money. The more money you have, the more powerful you can be.
Well,
I want to be
the whole
president of the
thing.
United States. All I got to do is get enough money.
Yeah, right. Well, that's money in politics. That's what they have to remove.
Yeah, well, that's a tough one, man.
You remove money in politics and give them reasonable salaries to their, politicians
How about
also
this?
used to
I
be
like this idea.
part-time.
I really like this idea. It just came to me. I'm not saying it'll work. I'm just bouncing it off of you. How about nobody's allowed to run for president? You do not hit the campaign trail. Nobody can run. You can say, I would like to run for president, but you're not allowed to like advertise it. You know what I mean? So the money part's out. It's the people that have to select. So that means the people, whether they like it or not, have to go choose someone they like. The more people choose the same person, that's the person that becomes president.
Yeah, but
I like that idea.
to a certain point,
I like
though,
that idea a lot,
But
folks.
if you can't, but to a certain point, then you have it would take forever to elect anybody.
Well, you got to get
because
on the
there'd be
game,
so many
though.
choices.
I mean, that's the part.
There would be so many choices that it would take forever to weed all the people
It's the
down to a
same
real
problem
person.
I have with you. You have a huge problem with certain politicians, but you get so fed up, just like the rest of America, you don't go vote. So you don't do anything about it. So how do you make people do it? You have to choose someone you want. They don't come choose you. That's what's happening now is they come choose you. And we get stuck with who's left. You know what I mean? At the end of the game.
But it's not making any difference because I didn't like anybody who is even in the running. So what am I supposed to do?
You gotta.
I like
make
Joe
a
down the
choice.
road. Am I supposed to go to Joe down the road and be like, I want him as president? Ain't
I'll
gonna
tell
mean
you what.
shit.
If you
The election process is fucked up in this country too.
You remember I predicted Hillary Clinton wins the presidency. I'm probably going to still stand by it right now because I've said it, and that was a long time ago.
That's not much of a stretch.
It's
though.
a long time ago. But I'll tell you what, no, even in my mind, there are things that have changed a couple times. And I'm sure it's happening with all the rest of America. Who are you going to choose, Hillary or Donald? Because that's where you're at.
Yeah.
So, part of me wants to choose a Donald because he's so fucked up. Something's going to change. You know what I mean? They're going
Yeah,
to change
but-
something with that.
A lot of things could burn down in the
And
process.
You know what? I lean more democratically than I do Republican, and I would normally go Hillary. I wanted to go Hillary
You don't
more
say
for.
you don't say Democratic. You say you fall more on the. I guess it's more liberal conservative.
I don't connect with those terms. You know what I mean?
I
I'm
think
a
that would
little
be
bit
more
better
proper to say it that
understanding
way.
left and right
because
than-
you
than-
are a Democrat. You do side more with the Democratic side because we're a democratic society. That's more so. You see where it gets confusing if you say that.
But here's the other problem, and I know
You're
we've
more
done
liberal
this-
than conservative.
We've done this on this show all the time near election cycles, and I just wish they had as good coverage for our candidates as, say, they have coverage for
the Kardashians?
players on watching an NFL game on Sunday. Their stats come out, and they're there.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know because there's stuff I'm not
That would
down
be a
with.
great way to do a debate.
Yeah, it would
wouldn't
be awesome.
to have
Here's where Donald normally stands.
Yeah, I want. Yeah, to have two commentators. Now that's something. To have two commentators. You know what I mean? Like like sports
Yeah,
commentators.
totally. We should do
You know what
that.
I mean?
We could
Can
rig
you
that up.
imagine if I could do imitations? Could you imagine Madden doing the and then you go boom and
a little chalkboard action. It'd be
little
awesome.
chalkboard action stuff going on? That would be. Or do it. You ever remember watching science fiction theater?
Yeah.
Where they'd sit, or they do.
Yeah,
they
you
make
just
the-
see the robot head and stuff.
Yeah, and they'd make fun of it.
Yeah.
That would be something to do, to make fun of it while it was going on.
That would be good. That would be good.
That would be another way,
See,
too.
you need more stats because there's things I just heard the other day. Hillary's one of the things I don't like about Obama is that side really is anti-gun establishment. That's probably one of
Yeah.
the things more Republican that I dig is kind of gun freedom. I'm not a gun wheeling, holstered. I don't even have a permit for a handgun, so I don't even have one.
Yeah,
It's
I
tough.
think-
It's tough to get. I would love to own a handgun permit just so I could get my dad's gun when he passes away.
I think
but it's
there's
a huge problem in this
I think
country
this
to
is
get a
one of-
friggin' permit
Oh, I think
to
this
do
is
it legally.
because I think this is one of those things where it's either so right or it's either so left or so right. When
I know.
really
Yeah,
it's in the middle. Do I think people should be able to walk around with guns holstered or concealed? No.
No, it's
you know what I
kinda
mean.
weird.
Listen, if everybody's
And you
armed,
don't know who's good and bad anyway.
it's
you
the
could be
stupid.
totally
Yeah,
evil
it's the
and be
stu-
registered.
To me, it's the most stupidest thing for everybody to be armed because if everybody was armed,
There'd be more. There'd be more. There
you're
would be more
ignorant.
even mistakes.
You're
You know what I mean?
ignorant saying that because that means you really think that people in this country are intelligent, and they're not. You know what I mean? Somebody will go off and just start shooting fucking people. You
And-
know what I mean? A regular argument, which
Yeah.
probably would have been done with a fist fight or,
Right. Or
you know,
less.
a push or something or just anything else.
Yeah, sure.
Suddenly becomes fucking the OK Corral, and you're fucking.
Well,
you know
and
what I mean?
And it happens with tempers. You see it all the time. That's the way. I just watched a video on Facebook with another round of cops kicking the shit out of someone.
Oh,
Granted, they chased
usual.
them through a whole state, and it looks like they shot out a tire.
Yeah,
and,
but you know what? You still don't have to kick the crap out.
No,
you
but
know?
that's what I'm saying. Is like
he gives himself
adrenaline.
up. He gives himself
even
up.
those guys that are trained, they have.
Well,
you know what I
people-
mean.
listen,
when
look-
your adrenaline's running, you make maybe bad choices.
What we're missing here is that just because people were in the military and in combat situations does not make them the best choice to be a police officer.
Right.
They still think they're policing Iraq. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're treating it like that, and they're not treating somebody like an American citizen,
Right.
regardless of if they've done anything wrong or not.
Well, this guy got out of the truck and got down.
I
on the
saw it,
ground.
yeah. It got down on the ground just like he was instructed, and then they just went to town on it.
Right,
Like, wow,
right.
that was way unnecessary.
Exactly.
Okay? Way unnecessary.
Right. And that was recent.
Yeah. It was just like a week
I
ago
thought
or
with
something.
all the publicity that is getting, that was going to start simmering down, but
No. That's going to be a major thing that's going to keep,
yeah.
But anyway, as much as I don't think everybody should be armed, I also don't feel that we need to rush into everybody needs to not have guns. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because there's a lot of people who treat guns with respect, and it's fine. It's a fine thing. I don't think guns should be taken away either. But then again, I think it should be a little bit harder to buy. To a background check, they should be able to dig as deep as they want.
Yeah.
And do we really need automatic weapons to be? I mean, come on, really? Do we really need to be? Does the deer really need to end up with just its nuts on the ground afterward?
no.
After you blow it to pieces?
I do not see a need for it for hunting.
For what do you see an automatic weapon for?
I would really like to have that sort of power at my hand.
For what?
Who knows, man? Who knows what could
You're
happen?
nuts. It's
Maybe
crazy.
a big gang, you know what I mean, showed up, and if you had an automatic weapon, you'd get rid of them, and that would be that. But here, what's really my point, rather than a fantasy situation like that, is one, I enjoy target practicing, but I don't do it because it's so expensive to waste bullets now. You know what I mean?
Where's the button? I don't have it. I took it off from last show.
Hey, have we
bullets?
Have we plugged ourselves at all today?
No.
Let's do it.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at bobandjohnspodcast@gmail.com, on iTunes or buzzsprout.com, and
Or at Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Periscope. I'm also debating, now that I've done it personally a little bit, I'm thinking about Snapchat, but we're not there yet, so I just wanted to mention it.
and on our YouTube channel and Facebook page at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Yeah, I see both sides of the gun debate. You know what I mean? I think they're so extreme. There's a simple middle ground, but that doesn't seem to ever get one.
Here, okay. I can't speak for myself because it's a bad debate. But there's lots of people counting on some sort of catastrophic event that they need to protect themselves and their families, and they need to be off the grid to do it, and they have to be armed.
Yeah, they have to be armed. You know what? I don't know. In our day, the only catastrophic event we didn't worry about, because if it happened, we were done. We were toast. It was called nuclear war.
Some people always live through everything. You know what I mean?
Good for them. I don't want to fucking live through it.
Well, see, now that's
know?
the difference.
I don't give a rat.
What do you do if you make it through is a question.
Oh, man, I'm lazy. I find it hard enough just to fucking get through life with the fucking luxuries I got.
Well, now it's
and then you're gonna wipe that all and make me fucking try to survive in a nuclear wasteland.
Will be saying,
fuck that.
Good, be done with the week, but I'm going to survive.
Oh, fuck, good for you. Good for them. Let them go. Let those meatheads go.
Well, for those people's sake, I feel like they should, if they want to buy a piece of property and have that in preparation, it's money well spent back into civilization.
Listen, if we're going to get nuked, tell me where. Let me set up a lawn chair, a cigar, and a beer, and I'll watch.
Now,
and
wait a minute.
I'll
the way this
watch
country's
it come down.
going, it's not out of the question to have a civil war. Now where do you fall?
What kind of a civil war are we going to have? What? Where?
Red versus blue.
No.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen that way. There's too many checks and balances.
Well, some of those checks and balances need to be pushed to change things.
No, the civil war is not going to happen. That won't happen, and I believe that won't.
It's a lot of confidence.
That won't happen
right
anymore.
there, I don't know about that.
Revolution could happen, but it would be worthless, because in a revolution usually needs to have some kind of violent outcome to really finalize a revolution. You know what I mean? Leaders have to be ousted, and usually it's not like, could you please leave?
No, I know
no
that.
problem. So there's usually, and with today's
That
great
brings-
what today's great
brings another
technology
point.
and everything, what are you going to do? You and your 3 pistols, your shotgun, and your assault rifle. You're right. You're going to lead the army as the government takes drones and just kills you without even fucking blinking an eye or losing one soldier. That's what I don't understand with the NRA and the right wing. We need our weapons to protect ourselves, like our forefathers did.
Right.
It's when everybody had a fucking musket. You had a musket. I had a musket, or maybe we each had 2 muskets, but it was on an equal. It was on an equal level. Now it's not like that with governments. You know what I mean?
Well, that's a big part of what the problem is. The
only way to make it equal is to give us tanks and drones and weapons of mass destruction, or you strip our government down to everybody has a pistol.
Yeah, but
either way is not going to be good.
What you just said is bad, because they started doing it. They started sending the surplus to local police.
I agree.
And then now
I agree.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
It's the beginning of
Yeah, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah,
It's the
you got to be able to stop
the police.
bully.
The police citizen thing is a widening gap.
Yeah.
And I blame
It's a huge
both
problem.
sides. I blame both sides.
Yeah.
I blame the sides of, you know what, you can't just constantly fucking give the finger and fucking whip your ass out at the fucking at the people that you're supposed to at least give a little bit of respect for what their job they're doing. But on the other hand, every cop now seems to be like, my life was threatened. He had a slinky. It was dangerous. I shot him. That whole thing. You know what I mean? I mean, how? I don't understand how it seems like back when we were growing up, a lot of these situations that we see, like there was a situation, I think it was with this last year, where this kid showed up basically to get some weed or I think it was just weed or something or whatnot, and he was in his car, and the cop was waiting there for him and everything. And when the cop approached the car, of course the kid started to take off. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he accidentally, I think the cop was so close that he said he felt threatened, so he blew the kid away. You know, it's like a 16-year-old, 17-year-old kid just looking for some weed or something, and it just toasted him because he felt,
Yeah.
But in our day, it just would have been, the kid would have just gone off and he would have got fucking caught up, and later that night or something, or the next day, or if they didn't chase after him there.
I mean, they
wouldn't have been shooting. Oh, we never had a fear of, if we decided to run, we were going to be shot.
No, I never thought I was going to get shot from a policeman.
Now, I do.
Yeah, sure.
Now I almost want to be a wise ass when I get pulled over just for a speeding ticket. Just pull my hands out and go, all right, I give up.
You should, as long as as long as you're recording it. Yeah, that's great.
I wouldn't do it if I'm going to go all that way and really get.
Gotta do that.
Really,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to go the full. I'm going to go the full Monty.
I do everything
I'll
not to get
videotape
pulled over, so I don't even want to play that game.
Well, because you're afraid you might get shot.
No, I'm going to jail. I think that's even worse. I think I'd rather get shot than go to
I know
jail.
you have some bad situations in your past, but just because getting pulled over does not equal jail. For you, it does.
Hello.
Okay.
Not necessarily the case.
So for you, that's what it equals? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not good.
No, it's exactly. I mean, it all started very innocently.
Do you feel like you feel like you want to be politically incorrect and inappropriate right now?
No, I already ran through a couple things in my head, and I was like, just shut your mouth.
Well, let's do it. Let's do one. You want to do one?
What do you got in mind?
Well, hang on.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
It's a clip that I think is completely hilarious, but we've never used it on here because we thought it was politically incorrect. But
Okay.
I said,
No, I'm
fuck
down
it.
with that. I thought you
Let's
wanted
do
to
it.
brainstorm, and I was going to I could fly off the handle right now, so that wouldn't be great. But yeah, let's play.
You
that.
ready?
Yeah.
Something completely now. 5 years ago, it's from a movie probably about 5 years ago, so it was funny.
Bro,
But nowadays,
we've got it. We found tons of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like back when we were kids, shit was funny.
Yeah.
But you can't get away with it now.
No, you can't get away with it. Everybody's so insensitive.
Very sensitive.
Very sensitive.
Everybody's so sensitive.
Paging Dr. Faggot! Dr. Faggot!
It's funny. I don't care.
It's
I
good.
don't care. It's funny.
What's that from?
Hangover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember the one who played the dentist?
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
He's with his fiance there, and they're on the couch, and those guys pull up in the car, and Bradley Cooper, and he's just like, "Oh, they're fine. Yeah, they'll be fine. It'll be great. They're, you know what I mean? Yeah, they're, he's basically saying that they're not, his friends aren't as dumb and stupid, and we're not going to go do dumb and stupid stuff." And then they pause, and then you hear this
Paging Dr. Faggot!
from outside the window,
Dr. Faggot!
and she looks at me. He's like, "Yeah."
That's great.
We might have to watch that tonight.
It's a pretty funny movie.
That and Wedding Crashers, you could just keep playing over
That's
and over
one of
again.
my favorites. It's been a while for that one too.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Fucking classic, man. It's great.
Both of them.
Love that shit. Oh, that's good, man.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, say fuck it and just be a little politically
Yeah, it's all right. You know.
incorrect. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's what. That's.
I can't
you know what?
stand it.
You know what part
You know?
of my problem is? The way
Hold it.
other than the finances.
Number one is this show. We have been very honest and very proud to say we are equal opportunity offenders.
Yeah.
We
Everybody's
make
up for
sure we want to offend every single person,
Yeah.
every creed, every color, every sexuality, every
'Cause everybody's got flaws.
gender, everybody. And normally we do it to ourselves the most.
We try.
Yeah. But you know what? Some things are just goddamn funny. And
Well, I think we're onto something with the sensitivity. We're just so fucking sensitive.
Oh, I know.
Everything.
remember in our day, we would hear college campuses in the 60s and 70s were all about, demonstrations and free speech and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And now it's like, no, we think you can't do that because it might upset somebody.
Right.
If you're going to act that way, the upsetting somebody, if that's going to be you know what it is? It's this generation that's in their 20s now, or just sorry, generation in your 20s, you're a bunch of pussies. You were brought up that way. You know what I mean? You know what? Take a time out and let's talk about your feelings and why you did that.
Though. Yeah, that was
I didn't
the
get
way
that. I got that was fucking dumb. Don't ever do it again. And I'm going to fucking whoop your ass and throw you out of the fucking house if you do that ever fucking again, you stupid shit.
That's the way it was.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And you know what?
Well, my
I'm a better person.
My parents didn't talk to me like that. I can't make it sound like they did.
I got for sure that. Maybe not that exact language, but
all right, then. We got to be honest here. We don't want to give our parents bad names. You know?
Well, I don't know. My parents never swore at me, but
right.
but
we got to be honest.
But my father had no problems calling me a moron when I did something stupid.
I try not swearing in front of my daughter.
You used to.
I do. She listens to the show.
You used to love watching me and my father argue over the simplest
fun. That
things.
was good stuff. Good stuff.
And you came up with the best thing. It's like watching two people trying to speak two different languages.
Yeah, that's the way it was.
Because they're saying the exact same thing, but
just
neither of them are
words.
Understanding it.
Exactly. It was amazing. So amazing of a thing to watch.
Katie's sons and their father.
It blew me away. It's like, hello.
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want? Just, can you take out the garbage? I took out the garbage. But it's not down. I'll do it.
It wasn't even that.
That was too much. I lost it at the end.
No. It was more like
you got to use different words for the same.
It was
thing.
that time trying to hook up something, and I forget we were hooking up in my bedroom, and you were trying not to laugh on the couch because
stereo.
Yeah, because we were both like. The white goes in the white, the red goes in the red.
On the right, on the left.
He's like, no, the white goes in the white and the red goes on the red. The white goes. So this is what John hears. The white goes in the white, the red goes on the red. He said that. And he's saying the white goes in the white and the red goes in the red.
Yeah.
Well, this makes sense.
Right.
But for some reason, we don't understand each other.
I said the red goes on the white and the white goes on the red.
Yeah, it's complicated shit.
It was good.
Oh, in college, my father tried to teach me algebra. So it's me and Chris sitting at our kitchen table, 8 o'clock at night, and Chris is understanding everything of it. And it's like, because it's coming out of my father's mouth, I don't fucking understand any of it.
That's strange. Phenomenon. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's what it is, I guess.
What are you gonna do?
All right. I think we're done for this one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, let's finish up with a little.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Quickies.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at bobandjohnspodcast@gmail.com or on iTunes and on buzzsprout.com. And?
No. You got to change it. That's what's been throwing me off. It's or. No, wait. And at Loose End Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Periscope. That's that.
Or on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
Hoo-ah.
Say goodnight, John.
Good night, John.
From Homebrew Studios, this has been Bob and John's Quick Shots, brought to you by Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.